Welcome to Bosch's Technical Support on Demand video series, BVMS 4.0, Working with Video Exports. In this tutorial, we'll look at the proper steps on how to export video in BVMS 4.0. That's to include single exports, multiple exports, as well as bookmarks and video authentication. The first step in the export process is to choose the video clip or clips that you'd like to export. From BVMS Operator Client, choose the Playback Mode tab at the top left-hand corner of the application. To initiate a playback, simply drag a camera from your logical tree over to a viewing cameo. To initiate a multi-feed playback and export, simply drag the next desired camera into an available cameo. Notice a timeline at the bottom of the cameos. Playback in BVMS is always synchronized. These following steps are valid for single or multiple video exports. To export video, select the Export Video tab just above the timeline as shown here. Once the Export Video tab has been selected, you should get the Export Video pop-up menu. This menu contains many user-definable settings, the first of which is the ability to name the export which you are making. The next menu option is the export start and end time. Besides basic time settings, this section of the menu offers you a drop-down calendar, so you can select different days to export from and to. The next menu option is Format. BVMS provides you two formats in which you can export your video in. The first of which is native format. This option will export your video in an MPEG-4 format. To play back video in an MPEG-4 format, you must have either BVMS Operator Client or the Export File Viewer, which can be automatically downloaded with your export. The second option is ASF format. ASF format is compatible with Windows Media Player, but ASF format exports are time-consuming. It usually takes about 1 minute to export 1 minute of ASF video. Our next menu option is the disk or medium in which you want to export the video to. Your first option is disk. Here you can browse to a location on your computer or share drive and export the video in file format. The second option is CD, DVD, or Blu-ray, depending on the type of burner you have in your workstation. No matter which option you choose, BVMS provides you a feature of pre-calculation on your target medium. If you have a CD in your CD burner and you try to export too much video, BVMS will pre-calculate that the space is not enough and will provide you a warning. The last section in this menu is the comment section. Here you can add comments or notes about the export that you're making. Once you've made all your menu selections, click the Export button in the lower right-hand corner of the menu. Your export should start. If exporting to CD, DVD, or Blu-ray, you'll receive a message that your disk writing has started, and when the export is finished, you'll receive a message that your disk writing has finished. If I'm exporting in MPEG-4 format, no matter what target I choose, the files that are exported are the same. Here you'll see the 3 files that are exported when I export in MPEG-4 format. I have an export info file, I have a file that contains the actual DAT or video file, and I have the archive player executable. The BVMS archive player will not install onto a machine that already contains BVMS Operator Client. This is specifically downloaded so that a video could be handed off to someone who does not have BVMS. If I export in ASF format, I'll have 2 files in my destination, an information file and a folder containing my ASF file. The ASF file, once again, is Windows Media Player compatible. If I've done my exports in MPEG-4 format and I want to reload exports on an existing BVMS Operator Client machine, I can simply select the Exports tab on the left-hand side of the Operator Client. I can now right-click Exports as shown here and select Load Export. I should now get an Explorer window which will allow me to navigate to the location of my exported video. I want to select the info file that's associated with the video I want. Once selected, In my export menu on the left, I should see the export by title, as well as the camera associated with it, and a timeline once I drag it to a Cameo. When working with video exports, the one way to distinguish between an export and a regular video query is the slight green line above the timeline when dealing with exported video. To validate an export's authenticity, simply right-click the timeline and select Verify Authenticity. You will receive a pop-up menu that allows you to select the start and end time of verification. Select the Verify button. Once the internal checksum algorithm is done running against the video, you should receive a message that states the video is authentic. Another way to export video in BVMS is via bookmarks. Select the Bookmark tab on the left-hand side of the operator client. Once in the Bookmark menu, you can right-click on any existing bookmarks. Here, you can select to export a single bookmark or multiple bookmarks. In this example, we'll select multiple bookmarks. Once again, our Export Video pop-up menu appears. All of my menu options are the same, except you'll see that we have an extra option. Here, we can select or deselect any of the existing bookmarks that I have in my system. Once I've made my selections, I select Export, and my single or multiple bookmarks will be exported in the exact same fashion as they were when we did regular video exports. This concludes this tutorial. Thank you.